Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, with my show, the Goth Tarot. And it's a weekly program that examines shadow issues in our lives. So we're going to get right to it. I've kind of redesigned the reading, and I'm hoping, that it works. Got too much clutter in the background. It sucks getting older because you just never seem to have time for everything anymore, even if you're retired. Anyway, I've redesigned the reading, so there's 5 cards, and I'm calling it the Devil's Head because it sort of looks like that reverse pentagram, but it's not really. However, I'm using that as a sense of inspiration. So the first card is going to be what I would call the dark design as usual, and it is the taken from the Murder of Crows Tarot. So let's go. Here's my stage. And I seem to be using all cards, some new decks I haven't used before, that are extremely hard to shuffle. But the first card is the dark design from the Murder of Crows, and it's the overall focus or tone of the week. It kind of may indicate what are the demons that we are wrestling with. And that first card is the reversed 8 of Wands. Get you in there. So the reversed 8 of Wands. Our focus this week maybe is in trying to tamp down some expectations that maybe we feel we're not quite getting to the points we would like to. We seem to be maybe resting, trying to recuperate after expending energy. So maybe now is the time of just kind of nurturing ourselves and waiting to see if we are making the mark we hope to make. All right, so then the next card will go to the Notoria deck. I'm sorry, the Goetia. And it's going to represent what our how this focus affects us inwardly, kind of like subconscious or those actual shadow or dark feelings we're going to get from that. It's the 3 of Wands reversed. Deep inside, we struggle with this because the wand correlation, we feel we're not getting to the opportunity we thought we were. We feel that maybe something didn't go right in the planning, and that maybe this focus of lack of energy or taking time back is the wrong one. So from the Notoria, the complement to the Goetia Tarot, it's more light-based. Do I have that right? Notoria seems to sound like a dark thing. But no, it is indeed the Notoria and is considered the tarot in light. They're both Lo Scarabeo by Fabio Listani and crew. So this corollary is, how does this make us feel more on our everyday conscious level as opposed to what's bugging us inside? It's the moon. Getting a little glare there. Consciously, we feel we need to figure this out. We don't understand the mystery here, why we feel this way. We want to figure out if there's something else that may be involved in that. That's interesting. So basically, we want to know now, and I'm using a deck I haven't used a whole lot, the Cthulhu Dark Arts Tarot. So we're going to the Dark Truth then. And the Dark Truth we pull from the Cthulhu deck. And the Dark Truth represents what we must accept about this matter. Despite what our deep subconscious feelings are telling us, we don't have an advantage here or an opportunity to truly work for, or the moon telling us in our everyday sense of things, we don't know something. Something's a mystery about this matter. The matter itself is the focus. The Eight of Wands reversed says, we're not getting to some point we thought. We are unfocused. We are not sure of our destination or our target, or we need to conserve energy somehow. So now from the Cthulhu deck, it is the Dark Truth. What really is important here is the Wheel of Fortune. A very dark representation of that, I think. And so the Wheel of Fortune says that what's really important is to understand this is a cycle. And no matter where we are on that cycle, whether we're at the good part or the bad part of it, we really just have to go with it. It is that reality that we really can't not accept, that chance or luck may come again. There's nothing determinate about it. I mean, if you are an energy or magical person, you can do what you want and you may get results, but in the end it could still just be this is the way fate has proceeded. So with all of that being said, there may be some sort of sacrifice, something that we ultimately give up. Or that we allow to happen thinking that it will kind of rectify the matter, perhaps. I'm using my new Diablo deck. It's not a very new deck. It's about 2 years old. I debated waiting to use this deck in Goth Tarot or wherever until I had had a chance to have a run through, a flip through on YouTube. But I noticed that there's a number of them and some of them get quite a few views, so it didn't seem to really be necessary for me to do that. I realize that I have a much more limited fan base here, so we'll just enjoy the Diablo deck as I do use it. And I have picked as the Dark Sacrifice the Page of Swords. That's upright. And the Page of Swords says the Dark Sacrifices, there's a level of comfort that we may have had coming from our own dexterity or graceful maneuvering with these issues, with this issue in particular, and that we've had a sense of poise or direction or skill here, but this may not serve us. It may be what is sacrificed. That something else that we still don't know yet possibly has to be achieved in this matter. And I've now drawn to throw in a card I didn't expect to throw in. But I'm going to use another tarot deck, which I've used recently on Goth Tarot. And it's the Black Tarot. And I used it in the previous iteration to determine what was the dark twist. And so I'm suggesting that the dark twist then is the possible resolution here that is not quite seen through that last card or any of the cards. And I'm just going to pick the one at random that I feel drawn to. It's the Black Tarot's Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune as the dark twist suggests that something fateful will happen that may really kind of change the pattern, flip the script, as I was fond of saying, for the dark twist. Okay, then. I would say we have to expect something really, really fateful kind of occurring here. Something chancy and strange. All right, I am going to once again use the Earth and Bone Tarot to give us a shadow work card. Shadow work and affirmation from the Earth and Bone Oracle cards by Syrian Shadow. And it's a nice compliment to give us something further to think about or affirm. Oh my goodness. It's fate. Fate, number 23, which sounds way too much like the Wheel of Fortune, if you ask me. Cycles in alignment, decisive movements, opportunistic events. Before you act, be sure you're in alignment. What exactly does that imply? It means allowing life to flow through you by behaving as the receiver and then taking action based on that receptive frequency. You receive in silence and stillness. Meditation is vital in any spiritual journey for learning how to listen to the messages or opportunities you are being sent. You'll know when something is in your soul's alignment. When you expand or feel excitement, it's something that lights you up. It's something that makes total sense, like a no-brainer. When you are presented with an opportunity that is aligned for you, you will not need to persuade or convince yourself that it is right. It simply is. You can think and declare to yourself that someone is wrong when they try to impose their thoughts and beliefs on you that are out of sync with your heart and soul. You don't have to say it aloud, and you may avoid any conflict by telling yourself that what they think isn't suitable for you. Anyone who tries to impose their ideas, thoughts, or beliefs on you that are incompatible with your life choices should be released. By telling yourself this, you can deny them any power and create self-worth. Affirmation. What is right for me will find me. I am open and receptive. I release what is not for me with love, and I remain true to myself. So it is quite interesting that we had so many Wheel of Fortune cards. But even when you think of the moon in that position and the Three of Wands reversed in that position, the idea that our psyche, whether it's the unconscious part or the more conscious part, is looking to find something that changes things. Although the moon card showing up can just talk about discovering something or finding out that there are mysteries, there's another level to the moon, which is really about fate and cycles. That's it for Goth Tarot this week. You have blessings both dark and light.